Hi, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be making a UK drill type beat, so let's get right into it. So I started off with this melody, sounds like this. And basically what I did for this melody, I just went in, played a C sharp minor chord, suspended the second one down like this, and then drew that in. And then copy and pasted it over. I just select a portion of the piano roll and then just hit Ctrl B. And when you have this, you can select them all, hit Shift and then drag them over. So it sounds like this. And then I just played around with the notes. Just select one, let's say hit Ctrl down, Shift up, and listen to it each time when you make a change until you come up with something cool like this. And after that I just went straight into the drums, and the drums really have to be typical for a drill beat, so it sounds like this. The kick is just a kick playing in a pattern, and the snare is actually two snares. It's one snare and a layer. It's the Dior snare, and then just a layer which plays one time without actually hitting with the other snare, and for the rest of the time it just they hit together. So that's for the snares, and then after that we can put in some hi-hats. And for the hi-hats I just had one main pattern, which is this one. Oh, put down the snare there. Which is this one. And then added some extra stuff to make it a little bit more interesting. You don't need to do this at all, but I just went in and did it anyway. So that sounds like this. So this has a really cool bounce to it. And then after this I went in and do the 808s, and I just had one main 808 playing. And what's important to tell you with this one is it's on a C sharp minor, and as you noticed earlier we played a C sharp minor chord, so we're in that scale. And this is just playing the root note of that scale. So that's really important to make sure your 808s are in key with the melody. And after that I put in the slide 808s, and what I did with this is I just had one different 808 and I copied that one over, and this one I added the pitch modulation. So what you do here is just, I will reset it for you real quick. So if I play the 808 now without this envelope, it sounds like this. And when we put in the amount fully and put the attack on one step, it slides up really fast. And as you can hear, it slides down because the sustain needs to be up like this. And then it just stays up, right? And now when you put in like a little bit of a roll, for example, a few notes after each other, it sounds really cool. So that's what I did for this one and this one, and together it sounds like this. So it sounds really dope. And then after we got that, I just added in some extra effects to make it a bit more hit harder on the downbeat. Like when the beat starts playing, it really hits. So I added this one and the drill shot, and this vocal effect sound. So with this the beat is pretty much finished, but I went in and added a little bit of extra stuff to make it stand out or give it a bit more depth in the hook section. So what I did, I just recorded this melody and I reversed it. So that sounds like this. And when they play together, that sounds like this. So let me play it without and with so you can hear the difference. So it doesn't really change the feel of the melody, but it really changes the depth, like it gives more depth to it. And then I added some vocal effects, a choir sound, and a vocal hit I found on Splice. This is just to give it a bit more texture. It's really subtle, so you won't really hear too big of a difference. The melody the feel of the melody just kind of stays the same. So that sounds like this. So it's really dope, right? It gives a cool vibe to it, man. Just like it. And then all together it sounds like this. And when you have this playing, like now you have a pattern that's really the main part of the beat, we can go into structuring it, right? And how I go about structuring, I just have my pattern right here and then just select them all and press Ctrl B to copy them over. And what I like to do is hit Alt T, and that will create a marker for you. You can also go in here, go to time markers, and add one. You can add it in there as well. And now you can see you have a bit more space here. So what you can do now is just hit right click and then add marker here. So let's say we want the hook right there. And then the hook is going to be 8 bars. And then we go into the verse. Or we're in double time, so let's do it like this. And then the verse maybe 12 bars like this. And then from here we can copy and paste it over to have hook, verse, just playing like that. So when we're here, we can just go and, let's say, play the melody here without the choir and the vocal hit right there, then just build it up again. So just play around with this until it sounds good, and then just listen to other songs, like how long are their verses and how long are they doing the hook. Are they starting with a verse or are they starting with a hook? I do this all the time when I'm not sure how I go to about structuring my beat. I just listen to a song I like and just not really copy and paste it over, because sometimes they have like one 16 bar verse and one 12 bar verse, and it's really kind of arranged or structured in a really post-production kind of way, you know. But if you just make sure you have like a hook section and a verse section and maybe a pre-chorus section, something like this, you know, then the engineer of the artist can always work with it, like can copy and paste stuff over, and when they have the stems, then they can arrange it however they want it, you know. But if you just make sure like the artist really has a canvas they can start working with, then they can rearrange the beat or restructure the beat however they like. So I just make sure to do that. And now we have this, we can copy and paste this over, just select from the hook, and then just hold shift, click, and drag it over, and now it's copied over. And then from here we can add another hook and the outro from there, and then just copy and paste the hook over one more time. So yeah, that's basically the beat, and when I have this, I just go in and spend a little bit more time with it, make sure the transitions are cool, maybe add some transition effects here and there, maybe change the structure a bit more, you know, just play with it. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please leave a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any tips for me, also let me know in the comments down below. And happy beat making, and see you next time.